Well, you know, we decided to purchase season tickets probably over 10 years ago. I think we were stationed in the Panhandle of Florida, Eglin Air Force Base at the time, and we thought, we don't know when we'll be stationed here again, but let's get in on this and let's get our tickets. And at that point, we were able to go to more games because we were clearly living closer, and we embraced that and loved it for the years that we were there. You have no idea when you're in the military where you're going next. So we had no idea it would be Hawaii, Okinawa, Japan, Alaska, back to Hawaii, back to Japan. So we have been able to get to a game every season since we've had them over a decade now, no matter where that's been, so that we've been able to at least get back here one time to be in the swamp, and plan to hang on to them. Being a Gator is just a part of who I am in my life, in my husband's life. We're both proud to be Gator grads, and we have traveled the world with our nomadic military life. And being a Gator is a part of everywhere we go. Had a great relationship with my dad that revolved around football. You know, I say it's a love affair with football, and he was the matchmaker. He taught me to love football. It was a bond we shared, as me as a child and he as my dad. I learned to love the game and know the game to spend time with him. When I was a junior here at UF, I started a tradition of him after every game of calling. And he would pick up the phone and say, "How about them Gators?" And I would say, "How about them Gators?" No matter where we were overseas, we would call, and I would look forward to hearing his voice saying, "How about them Gators?" One year I gave him a brick on the brick walk out here in front of the stadium that says, "To Paul Railsback, I love this game because of you. Thanks, Dad." And the day that I gave that to him was the first time I ever really remember my dad crying. He opened it up and he stared at the replica brick for the longest time. And when he looked up, he had tears in his eyes, and what I realized was that the words were important, but it was the bond that was really important. And that brick commemorated a bond that we had that shared through football, and he was a lifelong Gator fan. I met my husband in high school. He wanted to go in the Air Force. He came here and went to RTC and went through the program here and loved that. Always wanted to fly. That's what he wanted to do. And so I knew always that I was going to go to Florida. And 18 moves now under our belt. But I've always shared that passion for football together. It's something we love to do, and we have watched games in hotel rooms in Korea, and gathering in a small gathering in Okinawa, Japan, an island in the middle of the Pacific. We have been all over. We've always taken our love of football in Florida with it. Whether it's in Alaska or Japan or Hawaii, wherever we've been stationed, you pass a Gator, you give them a little chomp or you give them a little thumbs up, and you know that's a bond that you share. And we're proud to be part of that. In traveling overseas, and even when he's been overseas in Afghanistan or deployed, there are Gators everywhere. So he puts his flag in his office, whether it's a trailer or a tent, and there are always Gators around the world. So they love coming in, giving a Gator chomp, and wearing their Gator t-shirt under their uniform, and when it's allowed, and just sharing that camaraderie. I think any military family that supports their loved one who serves knows the importance of some connection to home. That's true, of course, when you're traveling within the continental United States, or you're moving and you're away from your home. It's more impactful when you are assigned outside of the continental United States, and I think even more so when your loved one is deployed overseas somewhere. So to have any kind of connection to home is crucial, is vital. It brings a lot of joy to people who are in extremely stressful situations, doing great work for our country. And so the fact that the Gators have been a part of my husband's deployments, whether it is the flag in his office, or the pillows in the chair where he is, or the gifts that people send him that have something to do with the Gators, or being able to watch a game at whatever time zone they're in, whatever hour it is, to have those couple of hours of just taking your mind off what's going on in a crazy world, to let you be involved with a crazy game, but to just have that relief and that sense of joy in watching a sport is huge. And it's shared for military members all over, and bases deployed all over the world. Being a Gator is a part of everywhere we go. So when we say Gator Nation is everywhere, we know that's true because we've been everywhere, and Gators are there, and we're there always rooting on the team. So it's a great part of our life and who we are.